Alright guys, here's my setup. Today we are going to an IRL Beyblade tournament. And I got some buddies with me here. We got Ian, got Evan. First time arrivals. Never have touched Beyblade before. Gonna teach them how to play. Gonna go to New Jersey and we're gonna win. This is my case here. They're opening their Beyblades for the first time in their life. This is what I have so far. I got 8 blades here, 2 extra ones there, and a whole toolbox right here of all my extra ones. Here's the stadium. I'm gonna bring a tripod and film every battle as well. Third character has joined. This is my girlfriend Joanne. She will also be competing today. Also her first Beyblade tournament. She beats me all the time at home, so we're hoping she does well as well. All right, voiceover jaxtyy here. We pull up to Penn Station because we need to take the NJ Transit to Rahway, New Jersey, which is the middle of nowhere in North Jersey. And as you can see here, our trains are delayed. But we make it safely onto the train on time and we're set to arrive basically when the tournament starts. And since most of you guys follow me, watch me for Pokemon, let me explain to you what's going on with Beyblade. 2 years ago, the new generation of Beyblade dropped called Beyblade X, which brought back metal blades and this new system called the X-Rail, which makes Beyblades way more exciting. It's basically a full-on sport now and I've been obsessed. Okay, we've made it to Rahway, New Jersey, walking down this dimly lit hallway. We've arrived at the venue. It's like this arcade. This is what the space looks like. It has a lot of PCs you can play with. All the arcade games happen to be free during the tournament. And we got there pretty early, so we just got to hang out, prepare. Joanne, how you feeling?
I'm hyped.
You hyped? Let's
go.
Gonna win. You're gonna win, that's right. I just picked up a $3 3D printed attachment for my launcher. So this is the setup for today. We got Wizard Rod, 360 ball, Shark Scale, 160 low rush, and then still unsure about the Phoenix, but right now it's on 960 rush. I might change it to kick, but we'll see. We're gonna do some testing today, but these 3 will be mine. Maybe a hover wyvern, I don't know, who knows. All right, if what I just said makes no sense, here's how Beyblade X works. Everyone plays with a loadout of 3 Beyblades with no repeating parts, and you play with this point system, where the outcome of each battle results in a different amount of points for a different player. You get the least points for a spin finish and the most points for an extreme finish. And in this tournament, we're playing until 5 points during the Swiss rounds and then 7 points in the top cut. The strategy mostly comes from type matchups similar to Pokemon VGC, as well as launch tech, like how tilted your launcher is, how hard you're pulling, etc. Hello, this is Nikki. His name is Sneezy. Yeah. We got Castle here. He's kind of goated. Ian. Yeah.
That's like 10 times.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot!
Oh my god! Okay, so now that everyone's arrived, we can get into the games. Today we have a record-breaking 102 contestants, meaning it's going to be 6 rounds of Swiss play, and then top 32 players make it to top cut. We're looking for a 4-win, 2-loss record at minimum, and hopefully the wins come early. Can this washed Pokemon YouTuber win a 100-person Beyblade tournament? Let's find out. All right, very first match of the day here. We're going against Kid Rob. I'm starting on the X side here, and I've opted to go for Shark Scale, which is what I usually do if I'm on the X side. He's playing Golem Rock, which is something you don't really see that frequently. He's also playing it on point, but that doesn't even matter because I kind of just self-extreme myself. I glide off his Golem, kill myself, launch way too hard there, and minus 3 points immediately. Very first launch of the day, absolute blunder. We hate to see it. Let's see if our Phoenix and our Wizard can close the gap here. We're going for our Phoenix second up here. Now we're on the B side. And our opponent, luckily enough, basically does the same thing I did first turn, and he kind of self-extremes. Not extreme, he self-pockets. So I'm now down only 2 to 3, closing the gap ever so slightly. And for our closer, I have Wizard Rod on ball. Typically, I'm pretty confident in my Wizard. It can most likely win 1 point no matter who it's up against. Here's the Wizard Mirror, and this is something I've literally never seen before because these Wizards are moving like their attack types. Wizard is the de facto stamina type in this game, so the fact that they were moving so crazy was really wild. I have faith though. He's playing on Wizard on Hexa, which typically has a little bit less stamina than Wizard on ball. So here I'm just praying that my Wizard doesn't scrape enough, and there we go. We tie it back up on the reshuffle. 3 to 3 now. 1 pocket wins me the game here. So I opt to go for, I believe, an attack type. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for Phoenix here. Let's see if Tournament jaxtyy does what post jaxtyy remembers. I show my Beyblades, judge is like, all good. I am playing the Phoenix here. So Phoenix versus Hover once again. Can I repeat it? And I do. This time with a burst finish. Not only bursting him, but knocking the top of the Hover straight out of the stadium. And that's gonna be 5-3 to win the first match. All right, game one. 5-3 victory. I got self-extremed essentially in my first battle, but clutched up, correct calls there. Jesus, 1-0. Fidget with the first round win, all 4 of us go through. Basically after that first round, all 4 of us, so me, Nikki, Ian, and Joanne, all won our battles. So we're feeling pretty good as a group. Here's some clips of Nikki battling Xavier Beyblade. Shout out to both of them. All right, Swiss round 2 here. This time we got the camera set up properly, a little bit closer to the action. We're starting B side. I'm gonna be playing my Phoenix Wing here against their Wizard Rod on Hexa. So what I'm really looking to do is get some early pockets because that's really the only way you beat a Wizard here with an attack type. Unfortunately, these attacks just were not heavy enough. And at this point, Phoenix is running out of gas. I'm like scraping a little bit. Really weird movements coming from the rush bit. Don't really love that. You can see that Wizard is just like spinning full speed still as I'm slowing down. So they're gonna take the 1-0 spin finish on the first go around. Next up, what we got here. Reline this up. Now I'm playing my Shark Scale here against their Pegasus Blast, it seems. I think they're gonna call this a reshoot because it might have been a snipe. They did extreme themselves. I would like the 3 points, but I'm pretty sure it's a reshoot, yeah. If a snipe is basically when the 2 Beyblades make contact mid-air before actually hitting each other on the ground. Here, there's no contact at all once again, except it's my fault this time. I kind of just self-KO myself. Reshoot for the 3rd time, and then I drop my Beyblade. How awkward. I really want this win here. This is a good moment for Shark. Their blast goes absolutely crazy and then goes into the pocket. Shark out here spinning as fast as hell. 2-1 as the stadium reshuffles again, or sorry, flips again. Now it's time for my Wizard. I like to use my Wizard as the 3rd Beyblade. Unfortunately, it's gonna be against Cobalt Dragoon. Is that Cobalt Dragoon? No, it's against our Shark Scale, never mind. Oh, here, our opponent kind of just stalls himself towards the front of the extreme pocket, and I just lightly tap him in there for easy 3 points. And that's how you get 5 points without reshuffling. You get a nice little pocket and then a cheeky little extreme. We're up 2-0 in Swiss now, feeling really, really good. Let's get into our 3rd battle. All right, round 3 now. Here's where it gets really serious because we are going against Peanuts, who is arguably one of the best Beybladers in New York, if not the best. And here we are starting Shark Scale. I accidentally kicked the stand. That's a little awkward. I'm out here being embarrassing. But it's gonna be Shark Scale versus his Black Phoenix Wing. I do a little bit of tilt launch because I'm like looking at his launch and I'm like, okay, hold on. He's gonna be doing this weird stall thing, so I gotta stall a little bit as well. We just go back and forth a little bit. Bro just pulls so hard and gets a spin finish on my Shark. Not a great start, but it is what it is. Just gonna get an idea of how he plays, because I don't really play him that often. Now he's running his Wizard Rod on Hexa, once again, 3rd one of the day, versus my Phoenix Wing. I hit the pocket, I get him in the pocket, but he jumps out with that 160, but look at that. Can't fool me twice, gonna pocket you again. So Phoenix doing his job, getting the pocket on a really, really strong Wizard Rod here. Up 2-1, feeling pretty good in our final bay for the first shuffle. None of these quick battles like before. We're going the distance here. Got my Wizard as usual versus his Shark Scale on level. He does a crazy tilt launch with a little flick at the end to this like weird like stall in the middle. His Shark goes kind of crazy here. Wizard's holding on though. That's what he's good for. Dodges some really crazy Shark attacks and gets pocketed at the very end, just as I think their Shark Scale is running out of stamina. So it's gonna be 3-2 to Peanuts coming on the first reshuffle. Now I'm on the B side here, so typically I start Phoenix Wing. Do I do that? I kind of forget, but Judge is gonna approve our order. He's gonna play his Phoenix, and I'm gonna play mine. So it's gonna be a Phoenix Mirror. I think it's both on rush. He has the green one. I go for a really, really hard launch. Insane hits at the start. Whiffed X-Sash right there. Another huge hit. And here we are just chasing each other. It's looking like it's gonna be a spin finish for one of us. He goes for another X dash, really weak one at the end of the battle here, and I get spin finished again. So bro is up hella hard right now. What, he got a pocket and 2 spin finishes, so he's up 4 right now. 4 to my 2. And now I'm like, okay, hold on. This is getting kind of risky. And that's why in this reshuffle, I started Wizard Rod on second slot, because just in case my Phoenix lost, which it did, Wizard should be good here. So we're gonna go for a Wizard Mirror. He had the same exact idea. But again, as I said earlier, my Wizard on ball typically outspins all of these Wizards on Hexas. So here I am just circling their Wizard here. Even though I'm moving like a little bit more, ball just has so much more stamina than Hexa. I feel like Hexa has a lot of friction when it spins. Almost gets pocketed there by the Rod Mirror. Didn't really like that when I saw that, but here we go. Should be able to outspin this thing. Wizard Rod Mirror is just gonna be a fact of life, fact of reality. I can see their Wizard wobbling a little bit while I'm still pretty upright, so feeling pretty good about the outcome of this battle. And I'm just gonna hope that my Shark Scale can either tie it up or close it out. Look at that Wizard go, man. I think he's here discussing with the judge. He wants to check if it hit the Shroud or something because he kind of wants to reshoot. But man, it was totally fine. I think he heard a noise when his Hexa bit like scraped the rail when it first landed. But judge gave the point to me. Final bay of this shuffle here. It's 4-3. So I could tie it up here with a Wizard and go for another reshuffle, or I could just win it here with a pocket or an extreme. So Shark Scale, Mirror as well. So it's gonna be Phoenix Mirror, Wizard Mirror, Shark Mirror on this second shuffle. And I bang him into the pocket. I go for the handshake, but it pops out and I don't notice. And I'm like, oh shoot, that's not really sportsman-like of me. And he kind of calls me out on it. I'm like, God damn it, bro. So now it's 4-4, all tied up, and we have one more bay to go before someone wins this match. Third reshuffle. It's gonna be the longest battle of the day, but he's also the strongest opponent that I'm probably gonna face all tournament. Foreshadowing, question mark? But it's gonna be my Wizard versus his Phoenix. I'm surprised he didn't go with his Wizard there, but it makes sense because his Wizard just lost to mine, and I go for a pocket off the rip with my Wizard as it gets bursted. I don't know if they called it there. I think it might be a reshoot. It might have been a snipe. I think it's checking the footage. That was a really close call. And it is going to be a snipe, so reshuffle or reshoot here. Wizard versus Phoenix once again. I put it in the corner. His Phoenix goes into the opposite side, and it's just going to be a little bit of stalling action. My Wizard dodging some hits, goes for a crazy X dash and bang into the extreme pocket. Don't really see that too often, but the counterattack is good, and I take the win over Peanuts. Okay, round 3, I beat probably one of the best Beybladers in New York, so that was a tough matchup. I went down early, but picked it back up, kind of read his launches a little bit. Feeling good, 3-0, we have 3 rounds of Swiss left. All right, Swiss round 4 now, we're up 3-0, feeling pretty good. Those first 3 wins are huge to get me into top cut, so here I'm just gonna chill a little bit. Starting our Phoenix again, against Llama here. Immediate extreme finish onto their Shark Scale. I aimed my launcher so the Phoenix would kind of ride at the top a little bit and then just go straight down for a hit because I saw that his launcher was kind of aiming his Shark there. So read his launch perfectly, really quick finish. Now I'm playing my Shark Scale against his Pegasus Blast here with the metal chip. So super heavy defense attack kind of thing. Beyblade's going real wild here. And I'm looking at that Pegasus like, dude, how is my Shark Scale going to pocket this thing? It's like 700 pounds. And he does outspin me here. So I'm up 3-1, feeling all right. I can lose that point kind of comfortably as our final bays come in for this reshuffle, for this first shuffle, sorry. Wizard Rod, of course. Keeping my Wizard as my closer has felt really good this whole tournament. I see him like shift his launcher. So I'm like, hold on, what's he gonna do? And he changes his launch position like immediately at the end, trying to predict me. He's playing Cobalt Dragoon. So basically the strategy of this Beyblade is to spin the steel of stamina types, namely Wizard Rod, and then outlast just like half second afterwards. And it doesn't even do that, it extremes me, bro. So now I'm all of a sudden down 4-3 after being up 3-0, and I'm like, wait, hold on, what just happened to me? This cannot be right. So now this is a really hard reshuffle, right? If I'm down this much, do I go for my Wizard to try to guarantee 1 point, but knowing that he also just wants 1 point? So he's most likely gonna play Dragoon or something, or do I go Wizard second and pray that my attack type can put up some numbers here. So I'm gonna make that decision. It's going to be my wizard. So I do actually just play safe, I go wizard. And it's gonna be against his shark scale. So I'm confused why he didn't go Cobalt Dragoon here, but I got hella lucky. And again, his shark scale, good for another extreme finish, or taking an extreme finish. And I'm gonna finish this game 6-4 after a close call. Here is a third person perspective of me playing that match. I'm all stanced up, switching it up on him. And look at this Phoenix putting absolute work against that shark scale. All right, Swiss round 5 now. Remember smash like if you want to see more Beyblade videos like this in addition to the Pokemon vlogs and stuff. But we're going against Armor here. I've seen him judge before, so I'm curious to see how he plays. He's gonna start his Phoenix versus my shark. I'm on the right side now. It's a little weird. I usually start on the left side, but it's okay. My shark gets immediately extremed here, but the judge is gonna call no contact because I think the shark kind of self-extremed before the Phoenix could touch it. And that's honestly a blessing to me because losing 3 points early on, not very fun. It's happened to me before, I've clawed my way back, but you typically don't want that to happen. So we're gonna relaunch here after some thorough review from the judge. They filmed every match, by the way, just like how I am. But Phoenix versus Shark, here we go again. And funnily enough, we are going to snipe each other once again because look at that, just launch it, they're gonna hit each other in midair. I'm gonna get pocketed. I'm getting abused right now, but I'm getting kind of lucky because these are all reshoots. But here's the first actual reshoot. Shark goes for another extreme dash against nothing. The Phoenix does the same thing. I get hit kind of hard. Bro launches so hard, it's actually kind of wild. And usually where Shark is good at taking these pockets or something, it's gonna run out of stamina first against their Phoenix. So we're down 0-1. Second Beyblade up here. It's going to be my Phoenix. So hopefully my Phoenix will put in the same work, but he's going Wizard Rod second. And Wizard Rod against Phoenix is usually pretty winnable for the Wizard player because you can just outspin the attack type. So I see that, not very happy about it. Can I get a crazy pocket? He gets a little stall. I push him to extreme, but that Hexabit is just so fat and he comes back in. And even when Wizard Rod gets pocketed, it doesn't lose much stamina because it's just how OP that Beyblade is. And I go for one final, wait, holy crap. I got the extreme here. I completely forgot. Anyway, now it is 3-2 in my favor. I just surprised myself. Look at that, man. I'm kind of surprised because I know the outcome of this game. Here's the third Bay. He's running his Shark now versus my Wizard. And I'm like, okay, my Wizard can hold on, right? No, it doesn't. It gets immediately KO'd just like his Wizard did. And the lead that I had was very, very short-lived. And now it is 4-3 coming into the first reshuffle here. Close game, it's still very possible. I'm thinking I need to secure a point here, tie it up, and then maybe just close it out. This is a very, very hard reshuffle here. Like, these situations is where strategy is really important. I think I can land an attack type, hit first, and then just rely on my Wizard to close it out. It's gonna be my Shark versus Phoenix, and unfortunately, he just does the same thing to me as he did to my Wizard. Cutting me off mid-launch, basically, like mid-initial movement, and then KOing me. Okay, unfortunately, we just lost our first game, so we're now 4-1. He played the same exact deck as me, but with a different bit. And I got pocketed twice when I shouldn't have. It's okay, it's okay. All right, sixth and final round of Swiss here. Note that each round is taking like an hour because there's 100+ players in this tournament. So we've been here for a while. It's been a grind, but I'm looking to get this last win here just to improve my seeding in Top Cut. I'm guaranteed in the Top Cut with this 4-1 finish, 4-1 record at the moment, but 5 wins would really seal the deal. First battle here, since I'm on B side, always gonna start that Phoenix swing. I'm just so confident with the Phoenix on the B side. Our opponent's gonna drop their Beyblade here just like I did earlier. It's gonna be a black Cobalt Dragoon. It's a pretty rare Beyblade, but it is Cobalt Dragoon. Really only good for equalization against Wizard Rods. Against attack types, it's very flimsy. Here is a swift extreme finish from our Phoenix Wing. So up 3-0 now against our Cobalt. Feeling really good about that. With the stadium flip, going back onto the X side, going to pick Shark Scale here. And the reason I play Shark Scale on the X side all the time is because I run it on 160. And even though I'm less confident on the X side, the 160 usually saves me from any pockets here. Gonna self-extreme myself. So awesome. No contact though, so the judge is gonna let us reshoot that. And I'm honestly blessed because I did not want to lose 3 points to nothing there. First reshoot, Shark versus Hover once again. And that's gonna be a snipe right there. You can see that they touch each other. right as they land. So the judge is gonna call reshoot again. It wasn't my fault this time, like I didn't self KO, so it wasn't a warning. It was just a snipe, both of our faults for like launching into each other. So second reshoot, so third battle against Shark and Hover once again. We're both gonna adjust our launches here so we can avoid each other. And that doesn't pay off for my opponent here because Shark is just gonna get a really big hit there onto their Hover. And Hover is a very light Beyblade. So despite it being like really good at attacking, it just does lose the spin finish here to the heavier Shark Scale. Sorry for the sirens in the back. Someone called my Shark Scale for being too good. And third Beyblade here, of course, Wizard Rod is my closer. On the stadium flip, Wizard Wad, sorry about that. Wizard Rod here, going up against, I believe is their silver, what is that, Golem Rock? That's a Nightmail. That is a Nightmail, the green Nightmail. Love that Beyblade. But against Wizard Rod, bro was literally like, oh, I hope you don't show Wizard Rod on your third Beyblade, and that's what I did. Nightmail, really great at counterattacking against attack types and stuff like that, but just doesn't have enough spin against a wizard. So going to be taking the 5-0 victory against our opponent here. Lucky for me, we get that 5-1 Swiss finish. All right, final round of Swiss, we go 5-0. So that's guaranteed into top cut, but now I need to be flawless for the rest of cut. This is Cookie, big NYC head here.
I'm Cookie.
He's Cookie, he's Cookie. All right, how do we go?
I do Bayfest. I do Bayfest. We out here in New York.
He runs
no, we're in
tournaments.
New Jersey.
We're in New Jersey right now.
I do shit in New York.
Okay.
We got a Cookie from the Holy Cow. Fire? Holy cow. All right, first round of top cut incoming. I'm nervous. Nervous here. All right, the sun is fully set. Finally starting top cut here. Single elimination top 32. So we have to win a lot of games to finish podium. I'm gonna take it step by step. Going against our first opponent here. His name is Saiyan Tyrant, and he's starting Cobalt Drake, which I haven't seen all day yet. I'm gonna immediately knock him out with Shark Scale out of the Shroud. I think it's gonna be called a snipe, so we're gonna reshoot that. In this tournament, if you knock someone outside of the stadium, it does actually count as 2 points. In this case, it was a snipe, but yeah, just for your information. Shark Scale, dude, absolutely demolishing Cobalt Drake, knocking him into the pocket, and then continuing to roll out all the way around. Insane 2-0 start here. Gonna take that happily. I don't think he's gonna be confident enough to run that Cobalt Drake the rest of the battle. Second battle here is gonna be my Phoenix versus his Wizard on Hexa. Back to the Wizard on Hexas, man. Can my Phoenix do it here? Wizard on Hexa is gonna go absolutely insane around the stadium and then accidentally pocket itself off a little baby tap from Phoenix. So 3-0 lead here, but the game is first to 7. So a lot more points to be earned here, a lot of room to come back. And that's the thing with these first to 7s. You're gonna definitely have a reshuffle, no matter what, unless you get like 2 extremes in a pocket. But Judge was doing a quick review to see if that match started with the snipe, but it's all good. I did get the clean pocket there. So third Beyblade up, Wizard Rod on the flip. We've seen this all day. It's been working for me all day. Gonna keep this trusty order for now. So this time he's running his Shark Scale against my Wizard. So decent matchup for Wizard here. Sharks can be a little scary. And in this case it was because I'm getting extremed. And suddenly it's all tied up 3-3. And don't love to see that. So I'm heavily considering changing my order here on this first reshuffle. Because if I do the same thing, it might end up the same way, right? So I'm gonna do a little bit of an edit. Thinking about this super hard. Like, I do not want to lose this first round of Top Cut. We played all day of Swiss just to make here. I want a shot at that title. By the way, the grand prize is like $250 Beyblade, so I really want it. Anyway, Phoenix Wing starting first against their Shark. Gonna go for a swift attack at the start and then get pocketed by their Shark. But at the very end, comes back in. So instead of a pocket finish, it's just a spin finish, giving my opponent a 4-3 lead in this Top Cut round 1. Tournament stadium flip here, and I've opted to change my orders. So Wizard Rod is now my second choice against their Cobalt Drake. And I don't know, man, like Cobalt Drake, really cool Beyblade, but it just feels a little too light for this meta. So I'm gonna get that pocket there, take the lead back. It's gonna be 5-4. All I need is a pocket to win. So with Shark being my closer this time around, pretty confident that that outcome is possible, but it is against a Wizard, so can't get my hopes up too high. Wizard versus Shark, and you've seen this multiple times before today. Self-extreme KO, and I do not get punished for it because of the rules of this tournament. I'm gonna reshoot that, and it's gonna be a little bit different placement for me, just to avoid that from happening again. Gonna bully this Wizard. With the extreme finish, he's gonna land in the middle there, and Shark unfortunately has no more stamina to land another big attack, and it's gonna be another spin finish for our opponent here, giving him a score of 5. And I also have 5 points, so it's all tied up here going into the final reshuffle. Extremely close match here, so we're both heavily deliberating what our order is. I changed up my order slightly, moving Rod to the second slot in the second shuffle, but here I am thinking, what would my opponent do? So I'm gonna do something crazy. I didn't do this yet. Start Wizard Rod on the reshuffle. Hopefully I can just guarantee a point here, give myself a cushion, and let my attacker figure it out against ideally his Cobalt Drake or another attacker. So it's going to be my Wizard versus his Shark. Pretty good matchup for me, and it pays off because Wizard gets a quick pocket after a non-snipe opening launch. So gonna finish this game 7-5, shaking my opponent's hand. What a match for round 1. Huge relief as our tournament lives continue. Here's me gambling in the meantime before round 2. Our round 2 opponent here is gonna be Luna. I'm really scared for this match. I watched him a little bit before. I know he's really strong. So starting Phoenix here against his Hover Wyvern, and my Phoenix goes absolutely crazy, charges up an X dash and pockets that Hover Wyvern like nobody's business. We're up 2-0, feeling pretty good. Starting that Phoenix has always yielded some sort of results for me. Been really consistent all day. And then here's on the Stadium Flip. And of course, back to the trusty little Shark Scale on the X side. Against his also Shark Scale, but his Shark Scale is gonna be on Orb. So this is the first one I've seen today that's on Orb. Shark is usually an attack type, but he's playing it on a defensive bit. And they're gonna go kind of crazy here, and the judge is gonna call a reshoot because he heard his snipe. Accidentally picked up his Shark. As you can see, Shark Scale is very good. A lot of people are running Shark Scale today. A lot of people are running Wizard Rod. Basically the most reoccurring characters. But here's a reshoot. I launched it, put it on the right side of the stadium, and I aim for this huge attack here. 1X dash, 2X dash, 3X dash, can't do it. He's gonna X dash and accidentally kill himself off a little counter attack by me. So that's basically as good as you can ask for. Going up 4-0. Was it 4-0? No, it's I hit him 5-0. Is it 5-0? Yeah, I'm tripping. I pocketed the Hover and then extremed the Shark. So 5-0 here, feeling really good. Unfortunately, it is to 7, so we still have to play. Wizard Mirror here. I'm looking at that Hexa, and as I said earlier, like Wizard Rod on Ball should be outspinning this because Ball just has way less friction than a Hexa bit. But man, Luna's launches got some crazy RPMs. So I'm just gonna circle him a little bit. This is what the reality is of a Wizard Rod Mirror. If they're not touching, you're just watching like paint dry. Mine is the one with the blue ratchet, his is the one with the red bit. Just really circling that center with dominance, that Hexa bit. My Wizard, you can see, is slowing down a little bit, and his is like still at 50% speed here. Some tiny little itty bitty pokes at each other, and my Wizard is destabilizing, not feeling good about this. I'm like, dude, no way my Wizard Rod on Ball can lose to a Hexa. Actually, it turns out it can. So despite me being up 5-0 here, I'm unable to do the clean sweep on this first shuffle, and his Wizard is going to take the spin finish on my Wizard. Unless, nah. Yeah, his Wizard looking good. Score is gonna be 5-1 in my favor on this first reshuffle. And with such a big lead, I'm pretty confident that I can just throw my attack types at the start again. I know he's pretty desperate for some points, so I'm pretty much confident he's gonna start his Wizard Rod in either slot 1 or 2. So I'm just gonna put my attack types in, just as usual. This time I am gonna be on X side at the start here though. So my X side attacker is that Shark Scale. So it's gonna be Shark Scale as against what? You guessed it, Wizard Rod. And oh, my tripod falls a little bit. That's not great. But his wizard, even though it's stalling in front of the extreme zone there, I can't complete the extreme finish. Gonna whiff some attacks. His wizard is gonna bully my shark. You've never seen a wizard do that before. Like, my shark never stops spinning that quickly, but gets taken out by their wizard. It is now 5-2 in my favor, but his wizard rod is out of the way, right? Feeling okay now. All I know is he has some attackers and this like counter-attack shark scale on the low orb. So my wizard's turn to shine against his shark. I'm really happy about this matchup because I know that even though that shark has a lot of stamina on that low orb, Wizard Rod is the stamina king and it will most likely be winning this. So as long as I can tank some hits from this shark here, which I do, just barely avoiding those pockets there, I start circling the shark like I'm a shark, but I'm actually a wizard here. I don't even know what I'm saying, man. I'm just yapping at this point. Watching wizard and stamina battles takes a while, so commentating them, not the most exciting thing, but my wizards are gonna start circling their shark here. Gonna be a stamina finish after those early attacks, and I'm pretty confident here. I can see the shark tilting heavy, and I'm just gonna secure that 6th point for myself as soon as this shark falls. Unless, dude, this Luna pulls so damn hard. The fact that a wizard is just barely beating a shark on a stamina bit is wild. So 6-2 now. I just need one more point against our Hover Wyvern, which honestly fell flat against my Phoenix in that very first battle here. So I'm feeling good. Immediate burst on that Hover Wyvern, and I'm gonna take this round 2 win as well. Completing the 8-2 victory in round 2. Second round of Top Cut finished. We get the dub. I trained against Nikki just now because I knew what he was gonna play. Call it scouting. Call it strategic scouting or something like that. But into the round of 8 we go after this. Okay, we know this last guy plays Pegasus Blast, Wizard Rod, Hover Wyvern. Wait. Pegasus Blast, Shark Scale. There's no Wizard Rod actually. Okay. There's no wizard at all. That means my wizard should be guaranteed on most of the matchups here, so it doesn't really matter when I play it. So I'll probably keep it for last again. So as you just heard, I actually know what my opponent's deck is because I was able to watch his match after my Top Cut match. Because of these Top Cut games happening back to back, I am able to do that and people are able to do that against me. So I know that he's playing no wizard, just Shark, Pegasus, and Hover. I'm gonna start my Phoenix regardless here against his Hover. He has this really nice stalling like tilt launch that just absolutely wrecks my Phoenix. Like it's putting me sideways like a bay wheel. And my Phoenix just goes down. You really don't see my Phoenix going down like that all the time, but here we are in Top Cut, man. This is Beyblade X, anything goes. And because I know his deck, I'm like, I think I could change my lineup here and not worry about like one of his Wizard Rods or like Cobalt Dragoons kind of killing my wizard. So I'm gonna put my wizard second, and it's gonna be against his Pegasus Blast, and he also has the heavy chip for his Pegasus, so this thing is gonna weight bully my wizard. But wizard is just so good, man, and I'm able to call out this matchup here because despite their Beyblade being like so heavy, there's not many things that can outspin a wizard. The only 2 things that can really outspin wizard are Cobalt Dragoon and Clock Mirage. So I'm looking at this Pegasus that will most likely tank all the hits from my attack types going against this wizard. I'm like, nice. This is the matchup that I wanted. And you can see here the Pegasus is a little off balance, but because my opponent's launch is so hard and this Beyblade is so heavy, it regains itself and almost outlasts my wizard, but my wizard does take it here. So 1-1 here, double spin finishes, all tied up. It's gonna be a long match. This opponent is, oh, his name is Red Koopa Shells, by the way, or just Koopa, I forgot. Mario themed stadium, Mario themed player, you know what I'm saying. His final bay is gonna be Shark Scale on low orb once again. So this is his stamina of choice, like not a Wizard Rod on ball, but a Shark Scale on low orb. Against my Shark Scale, I've beat this before. I think I can do it again. Go for some whiffed attacks here, and then his Shark on low orb finds its ratchet into my blade and bursts itself essentially. I didn't really attack there. You can kind of see that I was kind of just like in the middle and he ran into me, but I'll take it. So 3-1 lead here on the first reshuffle. I'm just reshuffling on the floor, but I think because the stadium is clear, he doesn't really want to put his Beyblades on the floor where I can see him. So he's in the back behind the judge there, coming up with his order. I'm on the X side here, so if you know me by now through this like 30+ minute video, if I'm on the X side, I'm playing Shark Scale as my first attacker. So I've already made up my mind. I'm sitting there with Shark Scale in my hand, ready to go. He is deliberating what he should do. And the results might surprise you because just like what we just did, he's gonna repeat himself and play his Shark Scale as well. So it's gonna be Shark Mirror once again. It's gonna be successful launches here, and I'm gonna get extremed right away this time by his Shark Scale and Orb. That doesn't feel good. I'm gonna go down 4-3 now. Like I had a pretty big lead, and then suddenly I lose the lead. That's not fun, but gonna take my next Beyblade here. He's taking his time, like thinking about what his next, like he already knows the order, right? You set your order before every 3 battles, but he's walking over, grabbing his next Bay. I'm just kneeling on the floor, being sad about myself, losing that point. Phoenix Wing coming up next against his Hover. This matchup has always been pretty good for me all day, so I like seeing that. Some really, really hard hits coming in this Phoenix and Hover matchup. That Hover seems to be on like a 760 or something, but doesn't even matter. It's gonna get extreme just as well. Back-to-back extremes for each of us. This is a fight for the ages. So I retake the lead here. Now it's 6-4. All I need is 1 point to win, and that is the best condition for my Wizard Rod to close, right? So he knows my Wizard Rod is last. I know my Wizard Rod is last. Can I outspin this Pegasus Blast again? Let's find out. So Pegasus going on the B side, aiming upwards. I'm gonna try to like kind of meet him in the corner, but he adjusts his launch last minute and moves his Pegasus away from me. That's when you know this Blader is seasoned. Like he sees my launch, like I'm trying to go for him in the top corner, and he avoids it last second. The Beyblades go to war in the middle here. His Pegasus is moving a little quick. My Wizard starts moving like an attack type there. Don't know what's going on. You hate to see a ball like move like a flat, but I've been Beyblading so long today that my Wizard is a little loose, but of course it is still Wizard Rod, and against this non-other Wizard Rod, I take that 7-4 victory. Here is a nice third-person perspective of that battle just now. I am now successfully within the top 4. So 1 win away from podium. Can I finish this off here? It's been a super long day, and I'm feeling pretty good. I've won that battle pretty successfully, as you can see from that extreme finish from this angle, but here we go. Top 4 match now. We need to win this to make the podium. It's gonna be against none other than Armor, who is my 1 loss on the day, and he's playing as Phoenix. I'm starting my Shark on the X side. I send it into the corner, and I get a crazy pocket on his Phoenix, but the judge is gonna call this a snipe. He's gonna look at the footage and see that when I launched my Shark into the corner, it hit the Phoenix mid-air, which might be up for debate, who knows, but that 2 points does not go my way. It's gonna be 0-0 on the reshoot. And can I recreate that? So I adjust my launch a little bit so I don't get the snipe. And there we go, it's a pretty good launch. I don't get the snipe, but he's gonna bang my Shark out the top of the stadium. And I'm like, wait, does that count as 2 points? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, what? No way. Because that's the first time this has happened. The only time it's happened before was when I bursted the Hover Wyvern from earlier and it went out, but that was a burst. So I didn't realize that going out of the stadium would actually be 2 points. So I'm down 2-0 here. I'm a little shocked because I feel like I should be up 2-0, but it's all good. Gonna flip the stadium around. Gonna be my Phoenix now. Actually, I think here, I might be like, this is weird. I wanna change it up against Armor, yeah. So I wanna change it up against Armor. Second Beyblade is usually Shark Scale, but I'm gonna go my Wizard, and it pays off because I'm looking at his Wizard on Hexa, I'm like, nice. This Wizard Mirror, I should be winning because I'm on ball, he's on Hexa, I have less friction, right? So I'm gonna circle around his Wizard a little bit. He's on that green Wizard, that Hasbro exclusive. I'm burning my stamina here. I typically don't want it to stall like this, but I'm still like a little trustworthy in my Wizard, right? It's on ball, I'm feeling all right. Gets attacked into the corner, hits that rail a little bit. I'm like, wait, I might be losing stamina here because that Hexa bit is not budging. So now I take the center here, I push him towards the extreme zone, and it's really close. These Wizard Mirrors get really tense once you've been playing all day and you really, really need to win. I see his Hexa like shifting a little bit, but I can also see my Wizard is losing stamina. So this is gonna be a close one. Armor, as we know, pulls extremely hard. His RPMs are through the roof, and now I'm seeing my wizard like tilting a little bit more, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to lose this. I really need this pretty bad. Like, if my wizard is losing, that means I'm losing. So I'm gonna go down 3-0 here. My wizard and my first attacker don't put up any points, so it's up to my Phoenix here to close that gap a little bit. It's gonna be against his Shark Scale here. Same strategy with my Shark Scale. I kind of aim it into the other side, and he bursts my Phoenix with his Shark. My Phoenix has not been burst all day. As a matter of fact, my Beyblades haven't been bursted all day. And seeing that, I'm just devastated. I lost the entire first shuffle. Every single Beyblade has lost. I'm down 5-0. And back's against the wall. Does jaxtyy come back? Let's see here. Here's a reshuffle on the ground. I'm putting my Beyblades in my pouch. I'm like moving this here and there. I'm like, dude, what do I do? Let's start wizard. Let's try to soften up the bleeding a little bit. Stop the bleeding a little bit. It's gonna be against his Shark. That Shark Scale, something's in it because he's gonna burst my wizard, back-to-back bursting my Phoenix, and that is a 0-7 loss against Armor. The revenge match does not go to plan, and I just lose, man. All right, I just got 7-0'd for the first time today. Not 1 point in the rematch against Armor, but it is okay. It is okay. We're still in it for third place. We have one more match to go. I'm just confused how all my Beyblades burst for the first time today. None of them burst at all until this match. They burst twice, 2 different ones. And I checked the tightness before. I think his launches were just well aimed at me. Oh well. It's okay. It's okay. One more. Tournament organizer right here.
The man.
Yo, shout out Brian, man.
Bro,
running the biggest tournaments in the East Coast.
Yes, sir. I'm out. Talpukan 6, December.
I'll be there. And here is my final match of the day, which is fighting for third place, both top 4 losers in their respective matches. I'm going against Blue Raptor here, and I lost the footage from my phone. As you can see, my phone is set up there, but it wasn't recording. Really awkward. But I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. I lose this match 7-0 as well. The lights were too bright. I couldn't finish it. As you can see, I start Phoenix here, and Phoenix is gonna get bullied by the Shark, and it's gonna lose. And dude, what a depressing way to end such a great run in this 102 person tournament. I didn't realize I was gonna make it this far, but I did. And I'm just sad that I couldn't go all the way. Unfortunately, we lose here to Blue Raptor. Congrats to him for getting third place in this tournament and winning the Emperor Might deck set. But just as that Phoenix there losing that battle, I lose the battle. And that's gonna be the end of my tournament run. Thank you all for watching this really long video. It's completely different content, I know, but I've been really into Beyblade. You can expect some more Beyblade videos on this channel. Smash like, smash subscribe. Pokemon videos still, but gonna add Beyblade videos to the roster. Gonna get stanced up against the Silver Wolf, and I'm gonna get pocketed here. Watch this. Bang! Shark Scale also going down. Just, you hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.